because King get away with a lot of stuff. Not only King, but I see a lot of stuff in the news with the rapper Blueface, and he be out here doing crazy shit, beating up his old lady. And ain't nobody calling out people to the fire, right? So my question is there a such thing as light skin privilege?
Yeah.
Like, if these dudes was dark skinned African looking motherfuckers walking around beating up their old ladies and doing wild shit King doing, would they be held more accountable? Or even women too, right? Some of the shit light skinned women can get away with a lot of shit that dark skinned women can't get away with. So
I think it's more for women than it is for men. You know what I mean? You could be a pretty light skinned woman and you're gonna get away with damn near everything and a lot of shit for free.
Okay. Just gotta be pretty, huh?
You know what? I asked my sister, who's about my complexion, and I asked my wife, who's lighter, about this topic, and they both say, yeah, there is some degree of light skin privilege, and for what it's a colorism. But yeah, I believe so. I definitely believe so.
Me and my wife always talk about that.
So what's your take on it, B?
Light skin, dark skin. I mean, what's the order of the subject? Because I missed it.
So just, light skin privileges, they get, a longer leash maybe than darker people. You might walk in the store and they might look at you if you're real dark and don't look the part. They might think you're going to steal or something, look at you differently. Okay, or like he said, a woman trying to get into a nightclub and she light skinned, she might get right in, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man.
No, you got to be light skinned and pretty though. You can't.
Okay.
Yes.
Can there be a light skinned ugly? Sometimes guys will say a woman look good just because she light skinned, right?
I'll agree with that.
So a lot of times you get that, and then they be like, oh, if she was dark skinned, you wouldn't say that. So
yeah, my wife, she told me, she went through that, being born and raised in Pittsburgh up here, and before we got together, she said she had that running in that situation as far as her being light skinned and dark skinned girls is turning their nose up or they acting funny or they leaving out the room and she come in or thinking she talking to their man because she light skinned, so I mean that's the subject that me and my wife always talk about. Like I asked her, I said, how do you feel about that? She said, I don't give a fuck. She said, that's why I never wanted to go to the projects because a light-skinned girl in the project is food. You understand? So that's I don't know. Me being a dark-skinned nigga, I never had that goddamn problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never had that problem. You know what I mean? So I can't speak on that. I would have to bring her in and let her speak on it. But as far as I see that it's a thing. It is a thing. Now we're not gonna overlook that it's not a thing. It is a thing. You know what I mean? A dark skin, just like in New York, they said the top-notch dark-skinned girls versus the top-notch light-skinned girls. The top-notch light-skinned girls, they run the strip clubs. They run the strip clubs in New York. I've talked to a guy about that. They run the strip clubs. Ain't no dark-skinned girl gonna come in the strip club and think she gonna get loose. When you got 15 light-skinned women in there, it's over. You might well leave. Because you're not about to shine when these light-skinned girls in there. It's over. So
unless she can do some crazy tricks.
Unless she can do something crazy.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it is the thing. Me myself, I never dealt with that shit. But
well, it's deeply rooted even within our own community. We keep talking about, right? Because we talk about being how we treated from the other race, but this goes back to slavery, to house niggas and field niggas, right? So we look at this amongst ourselves, right? We can just touch on that because we can't control how white folks gonna treat us, right? We just got to carry ourselves a certain way. But as far as how we treat each other, right? Because sometimes even in our own community, there's instances where, you know, that light-skinned person is treated differently. That the whole, you know, Patrick Mahomes, Derek Jeter effect, right? You the light-skinned, clean-cut guy, you ain't gonna be, even the police gonna look at you differently.
Yeah,
So
real quick. Let me ask you one question. Do you think Beyonce would have been Beyonce if she wasn't light-skinned?
No, look at Kelly Rowland.
There we go.
And I think Kelly Rowland has now this is just me, in my opinion. I feel like Kelly Rowland is a better vocalist than Beyonce.
Exactly.
I think Kelly Rowland looked better than Beyonce.
I agree with you 100% too.
So now, you seen I'm sorry to cut y'all off. You seen the footage when Jay-Z seen Kelly Rowland and he did this. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think Jay-Z would have actually did that to Beyonce if that wasn't his wife. Because that was some next shit. Now, I know if I, as a married man, if I look at a motherfucker like this here, my wife gonna slap me back. My wife gonna slap me backwards. So
facts.
You know what I mean? So can we talk about that? Can we talk about?
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Would a man be more likely to cheat with a light-skinned woman?
No.
Like, what's the statistics on that?
I don't know, because maybe I should not say
man, that shit don't matter, man.
Right, because a nigga is gonna cheat, ugly, fat, whatever. A nigga's gonna hit that ass if that's what he want to do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying off of how you are as a person, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could be lighter. Oh, the hell, well. Everybody don't come from that light-skinned stigma shit, man. Like, I think, shit, my complexion is beautiful.
Tell them, banger. Wakanda forever, baby.
And brown is okay, too. All that extra tainted, damn near half and half bullshit with the media, that shit don't matter. It don't matter. That's the media saying it matter, man.
What you'll hear a
Half
lot
these
of
motherfuckers got perms and all types of weave and shit. Don't nobody want that bullshit.
But I think one of the most backhanded compliments is to a dark-skinned woman, you're really pretty, or, you know, you fine for a dark-skinned woman.
Yeah,
I hate to hear that.
That's a downgrade. That's low. That's low.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think the dark-skinned woman got tainted by America, man. You know what I'm saying? That when it hit the TV scene, like just like with Fresh Prince, and they subbed out, you know what I'm saying?
The dark
for the light.
Yeah.
The dark one got eliminated. Wasn't nothing wrong with her. She was just dark. She's a hell of an actor.
Well, they said they had some behind the scene issues.
Money, man. I'm not saying the exact reason, but it looked better for that type of media and money.
I feel you.
They got tired of that. We don't want that dark ass woman. And guess what? She got eliminated.
But look at the role Hillary Banks played, a light-skinned ditz.
See, I'm gonna say something on that, right? In the film that the shit that's on Hulu, not the real Fresh Prince, the show. I'm talking about the whatever the fuck it is, the
remake, the reboot.
Right. They say the masses, right? Hillary should have been light skinned, but Hillary played a hell of a role as a dark skinned woman. I don't see nothing wrong with Hillary being. Actually, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but that Hillary was founded in the light skinned Hillary. I mean, in a sense, you know what I mean. Her attitude was more calmer. You know what I mean. Her demeanor was more settled. You know what I mean. So they would look at that as that's how light skinned women supposed to act. That's how dark skinned women supposed to act. So I don't know. It's like it's in an American bag, and they just shuffled the motherfucker, and this is what y'all get. If that makes sense.
I got a question because everybody here went to Aliquippa High School, I think, besides me, HHS and this motherfucker. But, so
come on with that,
cuz. So when y'all saw, I say the new girl, I see you, okay. When y'all had a new girl come to school and she was a light-skinned, prettier woman, how did y'all see how the other girls reacted to her in school?
Hey,
well, I'll tell you this. Gavin said it perfectly. we dealt with colorism big time growing up, and we all know, especially being dark skinned. I know, the jokes and insults I took in high school all the way up into college, but that just was what it was. But I was bad with it too. I used to always make fun of my wife for being light skinned, and it is negativity, even though it's joking. It is negativity. It's kind of making someone feel less than, and it just ain't cool. And we all know, yeah, we all did look at the light skinned girls, as to be prettier, and that's because we were taught, it was ingrained in our minds at a very young age that black is ugly, black is bad, everything about black is undesirable. That's what we were taught as children, whether it was subconscious or direct. That's just what it is. So we still do it today. You see the whole memes with light skinned Negroes and dark skinned Negroes, light skinned Negroes. The stigma of today is that they tend to be more flamboyant or whatever, and the dark skinned dudes are more thuggish and all that. That shit ain't necessarily true. But shit, we still dealing with that shit today.
And it's still a thing. It's still, the quote still stands. Sit your black ass down. Where did that come from? You understand? Like, I ain't never heard no motherfucker say, sit your light skinned ass down.
Hey, nigga, it's fun to say his high yellow ass down.
But no.
Good one, Ham. Good one.
But no. I hear a motherfucker say he acting light skinned or she acting light skinned. I ain't never heard nobody say he acting dark skinned or she acting dark skinned. So obviously we are dealing with some type of inner culture race war, if that make any type of sense.
Colorism.
Yeah. That's
and I did a show on colorism a couple months back, and I had light skinned women on there, I had dark skinned women on there, and just telling their experiences of what they had to deal with as far, because even the light skinned woman felt like she was kind of being discriminated against a little bit just because she was light skinned, of being hated, you know what I mean, by the darker skinned women.
I agree.
So it's kind of crazy how it goes both ways.
Wait, stop. What's your take on this, young lady?
Okay, yeah, I was about to say that. So we got everybody take. So Sheena, you heard a little bit of everything. So come in here. What's your take on it?
I mean, I'm light skinned, so I've been getting hated on since. And being younger, I didn't understand what it was, but now that I'm an adult, I realized that there is something. It is colorism, and when you're a light-skinned girl, especially if it's a new environment, people are going to look at you like, okay, she's light-skinned, she probably think that she's better than us. That's the automatic reaction that I always get. So yeah, it's not something that is nice. It's not my fault that I'm lighter or whatever, but it's something that I have to deal with even now. Other females that are grown feel some type of way because I'm light skinned, but that don't mean anything. I can achieve anything that you can, and you can achieve anything that I can. So I don't see what the need to hate on me because of my skin color.
Okay, so have you ever used your forces for good? How have they helped you? Have you ever been like, okay, have you ever noticed times where you're like, man, seem different how you've been treated because you're light skinned from like men or whatever?
As in getting perks or?
Yeah, like getting perks and.
I mean, maybe, sure.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
okay,
don't blame it on me. That's what I'm saying.
All right, that's what I said. Don't be afraid to answer. Just be like, it is what it is,
But I've actually heard some light-skinned women say they wish they were darker.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever felt like that, Sheena?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because you're from the islands too. So is that like a different kind of thing on the islands as well? Different in American culture?
Well, I saw that some of them island girls and dudes, they bleaching their skin. Like they getting in vats of bleach and like doing like chemical peels on their skin to get lighter. So it's safe to say a lot of that's jealousy on what she experienced, just pure jealousy, not so much that she's less than. They think they have insecurity because they think she's better than. Because on am I right? Aren't they like bleaching their skin?
Yes, they are. It's a thing back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you said, it's what we grew up to believe, that black is whack and black is dirty, it's ugly. So they're just simply trying to be a better person that they can get a man or a job or something. So, yeah, that one is just based on society and how we were raised. So.
I mean, because I feel like, listen, any church that you go to, what color do you see that deity?
Yeah.
Because it damn sure don't look like us.
Praise white Jesus, my baby.
You ain't lying, brother.
And it goes back for the men too, because I have my girlfriends. Like, there is one friend I have in particular. She never dates darker guys because she's like, oh, I don't want my kids coming out to be looking dark. I'm like, girl.
See what I'm saying? Holy hell.
See, that's bull crap. You know what? I've heard some of the funniest black jokes. I'd have been called Blurple, Midnight, Pitch Blue.
Yeah, definitely was.
That she doesn't even recognize black men as being handsome and good looking. She does, but she says, oh, or her offspring got to have nice hair and a good complexion. That's all she's concerned about. She doesn't date darker men.
Okay, so before we move on, I'm just going to ask everybody on the panel. Do y'all have a preference, light versus dark?
I do not discriminate. I have a dark-skinned kid's mother, and I have a lighter-skinned kid's mama.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. That's about as gonna go. I'm going to stay within. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay within my
black community.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna stay within my community. So whether you light skin or dark skin, as long as you're not pale, you know what I'm saying. That's how I'm gonna rock it.
Okay. What about albinos? Albino, you know, they super pale, but them brothers and sisters, they need love too. What about albino?
You're correct. You are right. I've only met one in my life, and she happens to be in my family. So, you know,